What's good, people? Kai Storm in the building. New review for That One Voice Revised Edition. New reasons to get this book. Thank you for joining my channel today for my unpopular opinion. But of course, I got to tell you about my book because I got to get you to buy my book. Yes, indeed. Hit me up. Get yourself an autographed copy. $15. The purchase information will be in the description. Now let's get to the review.
You know, shit, I don't care who be in my views. I'm posting what I want to post.
All right. What's good, people? Kai Storm in the building. My unpopular opinion. Yes, indeed. I am a day late with the review, but it's all good. It's all good. You know what I'm saying? I've been having a lot going on. This, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? I had a lot going on. There's still a lot going on when it comes to the podcast and just in life in general. But you know what I'm saying? We blessed over here and definitely manifesting greatness. So like and subscribe. Make sure and keep it cute in the comments. Check out my book, That One Voice Revised Edition. Get yourself an autographed copy. Of course, the digital copy is available on Amazon. And if you got Amazon Prime, you can read for free. But yes, get yourself the autographed copy from me, $15. The information to purchase it will be in the description. And of course, check out my channel sponsor, bougiestoner.co. Yeah, let's get into it. That Real Housewives of Atlanta, Walking the Dead. Okay, so awkward tension simmers after Portia and Shamia's accusation towards each other's family. The ladies set out on a trip to historic cemetery connected to Harry Potter. Bitch, you know I don't want to see that. K. Michelle reveals her ultimate fear. I guess. Yes, this upcoming Sunday is our season finale show for Motherhood for Motherhood Sex Marijuana. And the 29th is my birthday. So definitely you can purchase a book to support my birthday. You could just drop me a Cash App. Whatever. You feel me? And if you I'm about to say, if you're in the New York area, you should come to our party, but tickets sold out, y'all. Tickets sold out. So we basically start the episode sort of kind of where they left off at, where Shamia walked away crying and was in the van, and Kelly was consoling her, and you know what I'm saying, and Portia's at the table talking about telling K. Michelle and Pinky, nah, I don't want to be friends with that bitch. Did you hear what the fuck she said about my mama? Now they come back and they I guess they're at the hotel room, the house, whatever they at. And it's like Shamia is just talking about, you know, that she's hurt by what's going on with Portia, and you know, she cared about her so much, so she you know, she don't understand what's going on, and after tonight I realized that our relationship is truly over. Girl, listen to me. Based on what's going on outside on these YouTube streets, these gossip streets, plus what you performing on this TV, Shamia, it is dangerously clear that you came on this show based on the powers of Portia. And when you came on this show, you figured that I'm going to come on this show and take over the show from Portia. And when you realized you couldn't do that, and Portia saw that the level of fuckery you was on, she cut you off. But of course, she is letting you. She is not even bothered that you were part of the show. You are doing what you're doing, but you are bothered by the fact that she's not bothered. You are bothered that you are not included. You are bothered that your one and only storyline ain't fucking with you. So you doing all this performance, and Kelly is co-signing like a motherfucker, and child, I'm done. Child, I'm done. All I'm saying is, my unpopular opinion is that, bitch, whatever you brought, you could have kept, because this wasn't the way to go, and now it's too fucking late. You lost a 20-year plus friendship over greediness. That is it. Meanwhile, the ladies all headed to the club, even though dinner was all crazy, obviously. The ladies are headed to the club, and apparently there's a lot of black people in the club, and they there to celebrate Phaedra's birthday, because even Pinky Doll was saying in her confessions, like, child, I am tired of hearing of this Portia and Shamia fuck shit. I'm done. Like, D-U-N. D-U-fucking-N, yo. We done. And at the same time, we got Shamia and Kelly at the house and shit. And Kelly is like, bitch, I came to Scotland to party. You need to get dressed so we can go to the club. All the girls are at the club. I want to go to the club. We supposed to be at the club. Let's go to the club. Wait a minute. K. Michelle don't sing for free? Okay, I feel her. Okay, so apparently, K. Michelle makes an announcement. She's got the mic. She makes an announcement that, yeah, let's celebrate Phaedra. It's her birthday. And then she begins to sing for her. And Phaedra's like, oh, shit. I'm surprised as hell that she's singing, because she told me she don't sing for free. So I'm surprised as hell. And not only did she sing for free, but she actually introduced Drew to sing her little ditty. What do you know? Meanwhile, Shamia and Kelly is traiping their ass into the club as all this celebration is happening. So as Miss Shamia strolls her ass in with Kelly, you know what I'm saying, K. Michelle is still on the mic, playing DJ, I guess, and introduces her to, gives her a shout out. So as she's coming in, and she's coming in dancing, and Portia grabs her coat and is like, bitch, I'm about to be out of here. Like, I'm ready to go. So she leaving, and Shamia jumps on the mic, I guess is singing a song or something, and Portia's yelling, look here, I'm gonna go ahead and get the fuck out of here, because a bitch said some shit about my mama, and instead of fucking her up, I'ma leave. And even Angela and Phaedra was like, shit, you said something about her mama, and you ain't here dancing in her face, girl. Ooh, you bold. But child, we gonna see what's going on, because the next thing I heard was motherfucking K. Michelle announcing that Portia had a song. And because I guess I must haven't been watching Atlanta to a point to know that Portia ever sung a song, but apparently Portia must have sung something. I don't know nothing about this. Shamia, you see you pulling strings out the air. You trying to create beef when there is none. You said some shit about her mama, and they came in there and danced with her. She walked away. You know what I'm saying? And Angela, and apparently Angela, Drew, and Cynthia decided to go with her because, hello, they all looking at you crazy. All the way crazy. and you mad because everybody left on your song because you wasn't on that same type of time that you was on before. Bitch, this is what I'm saying. You creating some shit that don't exist. And the fact that Pinky, motherfucking K Michelle, and who else is sitting here listening to this bullshit, child? It was Kelly sitting there. That's right. She another one with no goddamn storyline. In this next scene, motherfucking Phaedra and Portia talking about, you know, what they gonna do for the day, and not for nothing, Phaedra got on this cute Gucci, I don't know, pullover jacket, whatever the shit, look fly as hell. Anyway, but Portia, Phaedra is taking the girls to a cemetery. She's taking, I think she said, she definitely says Shamia and Kelly, but I'm assuming she said who she said. Damn, see, the clouds be cloud, girls, and the clouds are cloudy right now. Cynthia, Kelly, and Shamia. Now, she wants to take Shamia, especially because she want to chat with her and, you know what I'm saying, see if they, you know, she could get the whole situation buried at the cemetery. And Portia like, girl, bye, that shit has been risen from the dead, and it is what it is. Now, my thing is, why go to a fucking cemetery, yo? Like, fuck that. Like, I mean, like, I'm gonna be fast forwarding this shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Other than the conversation about to be had, you know, between her and Phaedra, I'm gonna, you know, keen in just so I can report back. But the cemetery section might get fast fucking forwarded. I'm gonna tell you right now. Here is the real fuckery. No, you see, first of all, but this could only happen on TV, because you couldn't do me this. You couldn't me get dressed up, look nice, look cute and things. Get dressed up, smell good, look good, everything good. And me go in a car and me not know where me I go. And then when we find out we reach a dead people place, no. Somebody I go get caught. So Phaedra did at least tell them where they're going. And of course, they still gonna go, even though they fronted like they wanted the driver to turn around. But, and Phaedra talking about there's a lot of famous dead people buried there. I don't give a fuck. And when they asked her like who, she couldn't even remember one name. Child, I'm telling you, I'm gonna fast forward that shit. While they in the car headed to dead people place, they discussing the situation, and Kelly first brings it up by saying, "Oh, why is it that y'all ran out so fast with Portia when Portia left?" And Cynthia jumped up and said, "Bitch, I was still on the dance floor listening to Miss Shamia's song." And you know what I'm saying? But as far as I'm concerned, you know, like, I thought, you know, you and her were good from last year or whatever. I know, we didn't know nothing about all of this. And then Shamia is talking shit to them because she's like, how y'all ain't defend me? Phaedra's like, well, shit, you bringing up people mamas and shit and all kind of shit. And then of course Shamia comes back and says, well, she started it first by saying something about my mom and online, and it went viral. Meanwhile, this conversation is happening. Portia is having a conversation with her sister and telling her, pulling her on or giving her a whole rundown of what happened with Shamia and the conversation and everything that she's been saying, and immediately, Portia's sister is like, yo, y'all went too far. Like y'all both went to hell. Both of y'all dug under hell and still digging under hell to go at each other. So ain't no comeback, forgive and be friends and none of that shit. And Portia's like, yo, on some real shit, it's like this bitch is trying to take my motherfucking spot. That's what it is. I see that this bitch is trying to take my spot, and it's like she's trying to on some destiny swap type of thing, and I'm not fucking with her. And and of all things, to use my kid and my baby father as a flex, because remember the conversation started with her saying that she feel bad that Pilar can't come over, and it's like. And apparently off camera, she been telling people that she can she can still be in Portia's situation through Pilar, and so because she's friends with Dennis. But remember, motherfucking Shamia even made a smart remark saying that if fucking Simon was still in the country, Simon would be her friend too. So you can see that bitch don't mean no fucking good. Like, in real talk, that bitch means no fucking good. And Portia done cut her off. And it's because they both went to under hell, ain't no going back now. Child, what the fuck? Portia, what the fuck? A sauna and a motherfucking jacuzzi outside in the cold, bitch. Nah. So Portia's section had Angela, Drew, Pinky. Yeah, that's what it sounded like. It had Angela, Drew, Pinky. Yeah. That's who was with her. And apparently she was walking towards the back. I guess she was told that it was towards the back. And of course, it just makes sense that everything is outside, where you would have to then take off your clothes and be in boiling ass hot water like you in a crab boil. You know what I'm saying? Outside, because what kind of people be doing shit like that? I'm just saying, what kind of people would put a whole sauna outside? I don't know, because and as soon as the ladies got outside, the ladies was like, no. Angela was like, this is not the accommodations I'm used to. Motherfucking Drew said, bitch, is this pampered by Portia? And motherfucking Pinky was like, bitch, this is giving Blair Witch Project, because we had to walk through the woods to get here. Like, nah, bitch. Again, what kind of people would be doing this? Alright, now. I'll be forgetting Kelly like a motherfucker looked like, because Kelly was there. Yes. No, that wasn't Kelly. Who the fuck was that then? No, that had to have been K. Michelle. No, that was K. Michelle. No, that was K. Michelle, because Kelly had went to the cemetery with Phaedra. Yes, child. That's who I forgot, because she ain't say nothing. But yes, everybody was looking around like, no, we are not doing those type of activities. We are not doing those type of activities. As promised, I fast forwarded past whatever cemetery fuck shit was going on with Phaedra and her peoples and the white man that they met to give her a tour of the cemetery, the dead people place where Harry Potter must be at, and J.K. Rowling's whatever she did. I don't give a fuck. So, but no, then we move on to where Portia and the girls are, they're having what looks like lunch, and you know what I'm saying, Drew is thanking K. Michelle for shouting her out in her music. And K. Michelle is like, oh yeah, I know I started with her, but I don't live in hate. So I'm good on her now. So I'm throw a little congratulations, some little white flag or whatever. And then said some shit like, "Oh, I just be poking for fun," and of course Drew was like, "Oh, that was for fun," because bitch, that was for fun. But yes, it is Portia, Drew's, Angela, and K. Michelle and Pinky sitting there, and they got coats on because obviously it's fucking cold out there. Hello. It's cold out there, so I don't even know why that Portia even thought that being in a sauna or being in some jacuzzi outside would have been. But so the ladies are having a conversation. Motherfucking Portia, they asking, Portia, what happened, why you left the club, you took half the club with you. And then Portia's like, well, you know what I'm saying, once I saw Shamia, I didn't really have the time to process everything that was being said, or that was said, so I just walked away. I figured that it would be best to walk away. You know what I'm saying? Like, and there's one thing about, knowing somebody, but then that person becoming unpredictable, because there's no way that she could have, predicted that she would have said all that hot shit at the table last night. So she looking, you know what I mean? And she started saying how during this vacation, because she was just gonna, she was having a good time. She was just, she figured she was just going, she was just letting that rock. You know what I'm saying? And if she said that if Shamia had any intentions of, getting their friendship back, that was, it was on the way based on the time that they was having here in Scotland. Child, immediately as she said that, motherfucking in the confessional, K. Michelle came out and was like, girl, you lying. You is fucking lying. You ain't said shit about trying to be friends again with Shamia. You ain't gave no motherfucking vibe, no hint, no clue, no motherfucking signal that that you wanted to ever be friends again with motherfucking Shamia. So don't even play that bullshit. You just telling us that bullshit right here, right now. But no, the fuck you. But we all know you been cut Shamia the fuck off. And you said it too. Never mind. You trying to front in front of these ladies. Shame on you, girl. I gotta mention that Pinky said that before they got on this trip, Pinky asked Shamia, so what do you think is going to happen on this trip? She asked her if she's ready for the trip, and Shamia said, well, I'm ready for whatever's ready for me. And so, of course, when she said it like that, everybody's like, well, what's up with all that energy? Like, where'd that energy come from? Now, that to me makes sense because again, motherfucking Shamia's whole goal is to continue to attach herself to Portia, and Portia done seen the plot, and Portia's not co-signing your fuck shit. She done cut you off. You know what I mean? And K. Michelle is one of the people that seen that shit. So when she said, she up here talking about, oh yeah, I was gonna let her in. No, the fuck you wasn't. You have no plans on being friends with that girl. Phaedra's on the way back, and she's in the car with the ladies, and Shamia asked her some questions about her co-parenting with Apollo and her dating after she got divorced, and she claimed in 7 years she only dated 2 people. Cynthia called bullshit on all of it. And then she called Portia and told her that she was 5 minutes away. So the ladies rushed to get ready. They put on their, Scottish, colors to, whichever color they picked to come to dinner to celebrate Phaedra. And Phaedra don't know that the dinner is going to happen on location in the spot at this big ass special room that apparently might look sort of Godfather-ish. I don't know. We'll see. Excuse me, I'm getting my snack on, but the ladies come in, they meet up for dinner. Everybody look good. Portia looked gorgeous down. And Shamia mad that everybody telling Portia that she look good. The hate is very, very real. Ciao. So, Phaedra's dinner starts with somebody playing bagpipes and leading the ladies. First of all, Phaedra's outfit was real fly. Phaedra and motherfucking Portia both look extra fly. Everybody looked good, but they was extra fly. Bagpipe boys leading them into the room. They sit down. Everybody's, telling everybody's telling her, happy birthday. First, Cynthia tells her, she has an interaction with Cynthia first because, Cynthia and her been on the show since way back before these ladies, even Portia. So, they gave each other compliments and was like, I've seen your growth and love to know you now and happy birthday and da-da-da. Then Portia comes along and Portia is throwing it down like, yes, you've been my best friend, da-da-da-da, da-da-da, I love you, da-da-da, you've always been there for me, you've been secret, even in my secret battles, da-da-da. And of course, Miss Shamia is over here, getting pissed off because she jealous of the words and shit. And it's like, you know what I mean? And then, in the midst of Portia telling her happy birthday, she gives her this plaque that says she's some sort of lady of the D's and, in Scotland. And of course, here comes hating at Shamia talking about, I looked that up. That shit don't even come up on Google. And of course, Drew is on the side like, wait a minute, what is a proclamation? I mean, yes, because the document is that's what it's called, a proclamation. And Drew's like, what is that? And then she's like, I know it's an important document, but damn, what is it? And then here comes Cynthia talking about shit. If all we had to do was just get her a plaque, we could have saved some money. You know what I mean? But as that conversation go on, they start talking about each other's day and about how the spa didn't really work out, but then they start talking about Phaedra taking them to the cemetery, and which makes K. Michelle bawl just continue to bawl tears because she's like, I'm afraid of death, and you taking me there is taking me to a cemetery is traumatizing because I've had 13 surgeries because of silicone. You know what I'm saying? I've traumatized my kids and my mom with doctors telling them that they don't know if I'm gonna make it, and you took me to a motherfucking cemetery. Oh. No, matter of fact, no, K. Michelle didn't go to the cemetery. But no, K. Michelle said that as she heard the whole cemetery conversation, that's what brought out the feelings. No, because that's right. K. Michelle didn't go to the cemetery, right? No, K. Michelle did not go to the cemetery, but apparently it brought out some feelings. It damn sure brought out some feelings. This conversation leads everybody to realize, how it gives people a little mortality check. Drew immediately remembers that she hasn't visited her father's gravesite in 2 years, so she walks away, and I guess Portia chased after her. And in the midst of Portia chasing after her, Shamia takes this time to apologize to everybody again for the whole situation that happened before. Meanwhile, Pinky in the confessional is like, bitch, you've been apologizing left and fucking right. And at this point, we don't really believe you because whatever the fuck you said at that table yesterday, you meant exactly what the fuck you said, bitch. That don't even try that. You meant what the fuck you said. And but Shamia is continuing to apologize, and then meanwhile Kelly over here talking about, bitch, stop. I've been talking about, I've been told that bitch to stop apologizing to these people. Nobody cares. Stop fucking apologizing. Stand on business. Stand 10 toes down. And in the midst of standing she's describing standing 10 toes down, this bitch raises her legs and shows her damn near her whole toto to the producers and everybody. It's a good thing they blurred that shit, but it's like, girl, we get the point. You ain't had to do all that. We get the point. You ain't had to do all that. And they end the episode with they sang happy birthday to Phaedra. Cake came out, accordion came out, somebody child came out dancing. They all hugged and, gave her a group hug and a kiss. Happy birthday, da-da-da. Next episode is going to be K. Michelle talking to Shamia, trying to find out why she decided to go to hell. And it was what it was. And then there's going to be a double date with Portia and K. Michelle, and there's going to be discussions about people, because Portia going to bring the mic instead of Shay, and then it's going to be brought up. What's going to happen again? It's going to be brought up. Let me go back a little bit, because sometimes this shit go too fast, and I be forgetting. Oh yes. What's going to be brought up is did Shamia sleep with this man? Because, of course, this man going to show up to defend himself, or I guess speak up for himself, to see if he slept with Shamia, because it's going to be brought up. And it looks like it's going to be brought up at a costume party, because everybody's got this weird-ass costume. So, yeah. Until next time, people. You know what I'm saying? Keep it cute in the comments. Definitely get yourself an autographed copy of that one, Voice Revised Editions. Give me a happy birthday on the 29th. Feel free to check out the purchase information for my book. And check out my channel sponsor. And, see me next time I got an unpopular opinion. Yeah.